What up, folks? AJ, the CEO here. And why is there you go. There you go. What's going on, folks? AJ, the CEO. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hey, sorry for last week. We had a few little snafus, had some stuff that was kind of out of my control. I had a meeting and then it took way, way, way longer than I wanted. But hey, that is what is going on. Thank you so much for stopping by. You know what we do every Friday as best as we possibly can. We come here to put myself on the chopping block to say, ask me anything about media ministry. I don't know everything, folks, but as best as I possibly can, I want to make this a little bit easier for you. If you don't mind, folks, YouTube, hey, it looks at how you interact with this. So hopefully you get a lot from me. And all I ask you to do is go ahead and hit that like button down below. If you want to make comments and stuff like this on these videos, this is for subscribers only, a part of my channel. That way we weed out a whole bunch of bots and all this other stuff like that. So make sure you're subscribed. There is a time delay. So if you subscribe now, you still won't be able to. I think it's like 20 minutes you have to be subscribed. And then you can leave comments on here. And make sure you have that bell notification turned on. That way you don't miss out on anything. We've done a bunch of giveaways. And if you don't have that notification on, you will most likely miss when we actually do some giveaways. And we've done a bunch and people have missed out. But hey, we try and do what we can. Let's holler at some folks real quick. Anthony, what is going on? Reverend Leroy, hey, what's going on? Rhonda, hello. Cletus, hello, hello. Parker, what is going on? Chad Holmes, what is going on? Come on, page 2. There's Veronica, hello, hello. John, what is going on? Keith, hello, hello. Darius, what is going on? In Island Tech Solutions, hey, good morning to you. Love the name. Broke Citizen, hey, what's going on? Mike, what is going on? Bruce, I appreciate you dropping by, and thanks you for watching the replay. Let's see. Genesis Productions, Inc., what's going on? Monty, the man, the myth, the legend. You. Let's see. Metroy, hello, hello. Philip Paul, what is going on? Coach, hello, hello. Let's see. Man, messing my name up. My bad. I messed your name up. My apologies. Hey, good morning. Scott, what is going on? Francisco, you. Alrighty, folks. Let's go ahead and fire away some stuff, but let me get the. I was going to say the pedal wasn't working. Let me get the formalities out the way. If I don't get a chance to get to your question, folks, know that you can email me at questions@ajhomes.com. Give me 48 to 72 hours to get back. I have not done a lot of videos this week because we were down in New London, North Carolina, doing their install. And I just wanted to show you, I'm just giving you a heads up, folks, that video is going to be long. This is the video here, my video file folder. And let me just show you, we got 127 gigs of video that I'm trying to shrink down. I've had some people be real nice. I'm being sarcastic when I say this, saying I don't show everything. So literally, I just left the camera running the entire time. And even still, I don't have everything there, but you know, we got a chance to break out the drone. Francisco, we haven't flown in a minute, but we were able to get some drone footage up in here and all this other fun stuff. So pretty cool there of the church. We will be adding all this stuff in here, doing some edits and everything. It started this morning. I got back at 12:30 last night. I actually had, it's a 4.5 hour drive, and for whatever reason, every day I ended up finding something new in the ceiling that it was easier for me to drive back to Richmond, 4.5 hour drive, to get stuff and drive back. So really tired. Finished up everything. I'm going back down there September 17th or the 24th to be with them during a service to get help them walk through everything. But that is on coming by. Hold on. And I didn't have a check audio, but I mean, I guess y'all would have told me if there was an issue. But really excited about that. Also, I will comment on it. Right now, we have 3 AI PTZ cameras. We got this one. We also got that one back there, as you can see, and then we also got, where's the other one? 1, 2. Oh yeah, we got the Famako here. So we're going to be doing a head-to-head with these pretty soon. So be on the lookout. Mainly just finding a good place to have it set up to get fair game with all of them. But anyway, also, folks, I mentioned this before. I'm going to get to y'all's questions. I just want to get this stuff out the way so I don't forget. If you're not a part of the Facebook group, go ahead and look on Facebook. Look up Modern Media Ministry Made Easy. All you got to do is answer the 3 questions, and you are in. And don't live stream inside the group. Don't spam inside the group. Don't do foolishness inside the group, because we will kick you out with the quickness, because it is meant to be a collaboration with ministries all over the world to help us move forward. If you get in there for anything other than that, you's gone. But also, that's some of the stuff where I release the information. We are pushing back our roundtable. We used to do it every Sunday. 3 weeks ago, it was Monday. Last week, it was supposed to be Tuesday, but I was in North Carolina and was driving back, so I wasn't able to get in front of the computer. So the next time we have one is going to be this coming Tuesday at 7 p.m. But be a part of the Facebook group. All the information is there. And let y'all know one last thing. Where is my stuff at? Hold on. I do have a hard stop here at 1. I need to go pick my girlfriend up from the airport. My images did not load. All right, there we go. That's the image I was letting you know. I am really excited, folks. I did mention this before, but just to let you know again that September 3rd through the 7th, we's going to be in London. Excited about that. If you want to catch up, please let me know. Send me an email at questions@ajayhomes.com. Just talk, and in the subject, just do London visit. I am there for my birthday, just to try and relax, but I'd love to catch up with y'all if y'all are in the area. I'm around the corner, about 2 blocks away from the British Museum where I'm staying. So I'm actually excited about that. And I think that's it. I think I've stalled enough. So let's go ahead and get y'all's questions answered. Reverend Leroy, hello family. Last Q&A, AJ, I believe you said you had seen or were going to answer my email about the problem of having ATEM software control. Did you send it to me? No, I did not send it. My apologies. Like I said, this is one of those things that, business is good, but sometimes when it gets pretty big, you kind of get lost in the sauce sometimes. Let me check your email here. There's a bunch of emails I responded to, but I didn't see a response back. Let me see. Yeah, I know you were saying something about the control. I think this is your question. I asked about the ATEM Pro not operating. I turned off the power management on all the USBs. I still haven't been able to get the ATEM working. My ATEM is connected to my laptop and the Ethernet is connected. You're saying, yeah, looking from your, I'm not going to bring up your email because I don't want to show your email, but it looks like you had 2 ATEM controllers open. That's what it looks like. No, I stand corrected. It was the setup and that. Yeah, I'm not really exactly sure. You're saying that the ATEM software wasn't controlling, and I see from your picture here that it was showing Ethernet and USB connected, but it's showing not there. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Have you tried a different USB cable, or did this just all of a sudden happen? Please let me know, and we can cycle back to see. Let's see. And Mike, just let you know, yes, I was jamming really hard to that music. I heard that, and I was like, oh, man, that's got to be my new intro music. But we're working on that. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So we got to that. Heard there's a lot of stuff going on. If y'all in Michigan, yeah, Anthony, yeah, stay safe. We had it's man, this weather and all this other stuff has been kind of crazy here. Um, he said music gets you doing it. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. That's the classic. Um, Genesis Productions. How can I set my Famaco PTZ camera with the PTZ Optics SuperJoy controller over IP without using the serial cable? I just can't get to see the Famaco. Sure, what we're going to do, I do have a Famaco here, and the main thing is you have to get the ports straight. And I kind of have the same thing. I just took down my overhead because I'm trying to move some stuff here because it was blocking my sign. But let's see what we can do to get you straight. First, I'm going to go to my Famaco. 95? Yeah. So it's right there. I should have waved that way. So the first thing, you got to be mindful of the port. So let's go ahead and go to network here, and we're going to look at the ports. So if you're trying to connect it with IP, you're going to have, let's crank this up some. You're going to have your UDP port or your TCP port. These are the ones that you have to be mindful of because that's what the joystick is going to be using for. If you're using Visca over IP, it typically is 1259. That's what mine is set up to, but it could be 5678. That's really all you need. I've used it with the SuperJoy. I've done it with the, and I haven't done this review yet, but this Famaco controller that they sent me works the exact same way. I have a SMT AV, a PTZ Optics, a BZB Gear, and a Famaco all connected to this, and all of them are using Visca over IP. So the protocol is the same. Typically, the ports are the same. I know the older Famacos used to have a different port, especially the on VIF, but as long as you use those ports, like I said, the 1259 or the 5678 for TCP, it should just work. Also, by default, that should be on, but let me know which Famaco do you have? Do you have that classic black one that I reviewed, or is it a different model one? Excuse me. But let me know, and we can cycle back to make sure we get you straight. Let me see. Awesome. I'm glad it has helped you. Anthony, are there any alternatives to the LED walls like wall panels? Well, there's a bunch of them. I mean, they have, like, LG has, I wanted to do this at first. LG has some of the commercial grade TVs that actually has a matrix software built into it. So if you got 4 TVs and link them together, the TVs can see each other, and it will take one main video in and distribute it and matrix it out. So if you got 4 screens, it will split the image across 4. I really was looking at that. The only issue is you'll see that bevel that separates the TVs. But all you got to do is buy the TVs and the mounts, and there's nothing specialized you got to do. They're all different alternatives. I've messed with 2. Thor is one that does some stuff. LED Nation is the one I've been using recently. We are going to do one at Abundant Life. That's coming up pretty soon. That's a much bigger screen that we're going to be doing maybe around like October, November. They're actually building out the wall right now for this stuff to get mounted on. But those are the only 2, but there are a bunch. That's why I really wanted to go to Amsterdam. That didn't come through. They were doing like broadcasts and stuff, and I was going to look at that. But those are the only ones I personally know of, but there are tons out there. Just be really mindful. They do have ones that are actually very flexible, and you can roll up, and it almost looks like a curtain. But there's a bunch of options out there. Okay. Let's see. Steven. Hey, good morning from New Jersey. Carl. Hello, hello. Let's see. Mike Jones. Hey, good morning, good morning. Sandra. And from Davidson, North Carolina, we just passed. Says, holler back at him when you get a chance. It's referring to your proposal. Hey, I got y'all's camera. I mean, look, it is. Oh, wrong one. It's right there. So that's Charles and Sandra. Really cool folks. Tell Lindsay she don't answer her phone when I call her. If she's still at the airport, I'm gonna see her. But thank y'all so much for catching up with me. Mike, 2x and time lapse is your friend. Man, Mike, I had to 800x or 8x the video, and it's still taking a while. Because like I said, I just put my camcorder in the back and just let it record. And I do voiceover when I talk with it, or walk up to the camera when I do some other stuff. So hopefully that will work for you. Larry, true to you, Mitchell. Love the name. I got an RGB Link Mini MX and can't connect my Bird Dog P200 PTZ, but got a port problem. I can't get the right port number to connect. Well, that's going to be kind of hard for me to know exactly one, but let me see. The Bird Dog P200. Because that is a 1080p 60 PTZ 30x zoom. And that, all right, I'm trying to bring up the exact manual here so we can look this out. If that one goes outside, that's kind of cool. So I wish they gave me some more. I mean, if it connects to there, it's using those protocols. Yeah, because it has Visca. Yeah. And I mean, it should be the same protocol. So if it's not connecting, when you're saying it's not connecting to your RGB Link Mini, are you saying you can't? Maybe I should have just sped through it too fast. The right port. I can't get the right port number to connect. I mean, now, I've never messed with the RGB Link Mini MX. Is that you're trying to control it, as in move it, and you're connecting video and that to it? Give me some more details. I mean, this is the beauty and the detriment of this. It's so much stuff there. Unless I've actually physically touched it, it's kind of hard for me to do that. But RGB Link Mini MX. Okay. I think this is what it is. All-in-one streaming. So if it's saying controlling, that would just be, I mean, I guess I'm misunderstanding when you're saying you're not able to connect the port number. I mean, it looks like it's physically connected, and honestly, it looks like they tried to copy the color scheme of the Rodecaster. But give me some more details. What do you mean by connecting? Is it just to control it, or are you trying to see the video? Because I don't see this as, oh, it actually does have pan, tilt, and zoom right there. I wonder. I need to see the manual of this. I haven't. Monty, have you used this? I thought it might be misunderstood. If they're out there, RGB Link, I'd love for y'all to send me one and I can play around with that. But I personally have not used this. Because that's over IP. I'm sure it has some type of protocol to do that. I don't see a manual or anything. Oh, there's downloads. Let's see. Let's see. Y'all got that song in my head. It's not unusual. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, controlling the P to Z. 33, let's see. P to Z interface. See, there's the port. Check Please check if the port number of the control camera is 1259. It's recommended to use that. If the port is not, please enter the port number. Yeah, so if it's not controlling, by default, log into the camera, see what port it is. By default, it should be 1259 or 5678. This is looking for 1259. That's the standard. If it's not there, you just need to find the port number that's inside the camera and change it to 1259. That would be the best way if that's what the joystick is already looking for. So hopefully that helps you. Let me see where we left off at. Keith just received the Mirrorbox wireless and the override USB to HDMI. Going to try it. Awesome. Okay, I already answered this question. Thank you, thank you. My Insta360 link died and looking to replace it with the Oratel, but it's not out. Hey, Mike. You said what is not out until September? Oh, we're reviewing that. Shh. Wait a minute. No, I got one of those. We're going to be checking those out. Got it about a month ago, playing around with it and stuff like that. So excited to show you what that does too. Rhonda, what is going on? Good to see here. First issue. Have you seen issues with ProPresenter 7.13.2 using excessive memory and CPU causing crashes? I downgraded because I saw. Yeah, I haven't upgraded mine recently. Yeah, ProPresenter, I like them. I feel that they're honestly rushing a whole bunch of these updates, adding a bunch of features that personally I don't think anybody's asking for. But again, I don't know everybody. But they're rushing a bunch of stuff. And it used to be rock solid, and it's been acting up. I don't know why. Steven, I'd love to hear your advice on backing up and archiving church videos. I'm looking for budget-friendly solutions like Open Media Vault. Well, Steven, me personally, what I have always done is and I do this here as well too. So round table. I use a Synology NAS to back up all of my stuff here locally, but I also do that at church. And give me a second to log in. It's not on you. Man, y'all got that song in my head. All right, actually, it's not roundtable. It is. I have two of these, and one of them is for work. Other one is for personal stuff. Give me 1 second to log in here. There we go. All right, so inside of here, what I typically do is, see, here's my media, and we have 27 terabytes of storage space. So typically what I do is I back up for 2 years. And then after that, and this is the same methodology I do at churches as well too, I will record everything raw, keep that stuff for 2 years with the edited version so that I can always go back. And then after 2 years, so like I'm getting ready to delete. So 2 years, not counting the year that I'm working on. So that's why I have this. So at the end of this year, I will completely get rid of this in all my final videos. Every video that I've ever done is here. So I keep the final version locally. That's 880 videos right there. And I still got to upload some more that are on my computer. And then all the raw I keep, but then I wipe them out. So again, this is all the stuff that I have for every video I've done, every project, everything as well. So like if I come in here for the ATEM, see, I keep all of my ISO recordings. I keep everything. And then, like I said, after 2 years, I get rid of this. So this 2021 is going to be deleted, and then I'll go into 2024, and then I'll have 2022 and 2023, but I always keep the final. And then outside of that, I use Facebook and YouTube to also store the final as well too, because they are constantly getting more storage space than me. I think ultimately my Synology NAS, I can add 2 more drives to it. So I will be putting, I'm going to go up to 100 terabytes after that, but then I think I'm going to be pretty good to go after that. So like if I come back in here right now, I can add, actually I do have a slot on every drive. Did I already add those in? Yeah, so we got a 3 terabyte, a 10 terabyte, and a 30 terabyte right there. But this is nothing but for media storage. All the rest of these are for different stuff, files and stuff, business related stuff. And then I have another Synology NAS that I have. Now, you don't have to get something super, super big. I do like the Synologies because, again, I use this for my personal stuff, and I've in the world. Sorry, Chrome has added a whole bunch of updates that kind of threw me off. So anyway, I do some of these NASs. I started with that white one that I still have in the garage. Actually, I gave that to Antioch, but then when they weren't using it anymore and it was collecting dust and dying, I actually got it back and it's sitting there. I want to repurpose it. It's not as fast as I want to do any other stuff, but I mean, for basic storage, kind of like what you're doing, I like it. And again, some of y'all might say, why not just get an external drive? Because this is a lot more intelligent. These Synology NASs, you can set up as a cloud so that you can remote in. If I'm like, my phones are linked to this. So if I go anywhere, as long as I have internet access, it will back up my camera and my phone to here locally. So I have my own local cloud as well. But then if I'm not here at home, I can log in and connect to it, download files and all that other good stuff. That's why I do it. And the good thing is you can add drives to it. I don't know why I keep cutting back over here, my bad. So like if I come over here, like to essential storage, and so the one I have is the 19. Do they not have it on here? This is the newer version of what I have, but I have one like this, and you can add drives and hot swap them as much as you want. So, I mean, I bought one of these bigger ones, and I just put 2 drives in, and over time I added it. So you can put 2 10 terabytes, 12 terabytes, 20 terabytes, whatever, and slowly grow those out. But anyway, long, very long answer, but that's how I maintain my stuff. Let's see. Andrew. Hello, sir. Is there any software to connect the pastor's tab to the media person's computer? I'm sharing any important notifications and lyrics. Is there any way to connect the pastors? Are you talking about the tablet, if they're using it up there, to the media person's computer? I mean, you could put, well, what are you trying to display first off? If it's just lyrics on there, Bible verses on there, let me get the full details before I just answer without really knowing exactly what you're looking for. All right, let's see back here. I have both, but I would check it once again and have both the SuperJoy and the Famaco controller. Yeah, it's probably a port if you're having that issue. Could Famaco PTZ cameras work with PTZ optics? Yes, because that's how I have mine set up. Page 2, page 1. All right, issue number 2. Have you seen issues where OBS NDI source names are not populating when adding an NDI source? Yes, I actually have, for whatever reason. What has solved that for me is to close OBS and launch OBS as an administrator. And then once you do that, if you have not seen the pop-up well, it's two things. With the new NDI tools, sometimes Windows, if you're using Windows, Mac sometimes too, it doesn't allow that NDI protocol to go out on the right port. For Windows, especially in OBS, if I open up OBS as an administrator, that typically lets me see it. So if I can see it everywhere, like if I open up the studio monitor here on my desktop and I can see it, but OBS can't, it's a permissions with OBS. Open it in administrator typically bypasses that and you're able to get to that. Anything else, normally you would have to make sure that the firewall allows that traffic to go through from the source to the system. That's what I've seen. Anything other than that, it would be a one-off. I would have to investigate it. But typically when I've had that issue, it was because I needed to run OBS in administrator and then it let me see everything. Dana, hello, good morning. All right, I'm going to look into those because there's a bunch of people I saw that did make those. I'll see if I can reach out and see. John, for starting a Ubiquiti network, are the two options basically for the brains of the system, either the Dream Machine or the Dream Router? What do you need for the brains? Mainly, it's just one of the, either one. So let me actually go here and we'll go to their website. So if we come over here, you got a couple of options. You have I want to get the Dream Wall. I might do an install with one of these. This is their new one that it just sits on the wall, which is really, really slick. It has all the stuff built in. But anyway, what I have right now is I have the Dream Machine. What I had and they dropped the price. Oh, wow. I paid $2.99 for mine. I have this at my mom's, and this is what I also just installed at New Life Lutheran Church. So both of them have Comcast. So this is the New Lutheran where we just installed, and again, that's my mom's. That's running Starlink. So that's what I have there. That's mainly the brains. You used to be able to do the cloud keys, but I think they're slowly discontinuing this. They have a cloud console, and you still have the old cloud key, which is the same price as the router, which is pointless because this is just a brain. That's all it is. But at the same price, you can get the Dream Router that will give you access. So if I came back here, see the Dream Router allows you to run at least two of these applications at the same time. So I could run Protect, which is like I have at my mom's, like the security cameras and their networking. So we have access to all this other stuff, and that's when we added their access point that they already had. Originally, like I did this video, Anthony, the same way I did that video that you were asking about, they just had a access point, that was it, that they had it as a standalone. Now, this can give more control over that functionality as well too. So again, the easiest barrier entry is through like the Dream Router. And like I said, it gives you 2 ports on the back and it has a Wi-Fi built into the top. So that's a good start, and gives you all the control and things like that. So hopefully that helps you. Again, folks, I just want to let y'all know I appreciate y'all, spending some time with me here. I hope what I do helps y'all out, and I really appreciate everything. Also, folks, don't forget, I still want to see, get some pictures from y'all. I want to highlight y'all, your media teams and all this other stuff. Email me at questions@ajayhomes.com, but then in the subject, put pictures. I think, where did I put that image at? There it goes. Yeah. Send me pictures of your media team, folks. We want to highlight everybody. This isn't just about me answering questions all the time. This is meant to be a platform to give a big shout out to all the stuff that y'all are doing all over the world with your media ministries, because something that you do is very unique that can bless other ministries here. And then just like I try and impart something, what y'all have will do the same thing. I want to start interviewing some of y'all's ministries and featuring them for a week and stuff like that. Again, I want to make a pivot in what I'm doing with this. We're still going to answer Q&As, but I want to answer a Q&A, not just with me talking, but me interviewing people and asking questions to them. So we're going to have some guests that we bring on and things like that. So again, email me. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat donation. Thank you so much. But again, folks, email me at questions@ajhomes.com. Put the subject as my media team and get a picture and all this other stuff. Give me some details so I can shout them out and have them featured on here. Again, I don't have anything this week yet, but again, I would appreciate that going on. Don't have any news updates. Don't have any tech deals that I'm aware of right now. No big sales and stuff like that, but we will be bringing that out to you. Also, we are, let me look. We are at 58,250 subscribers, I believe. Let me look at the number here for me to verify. Yeah, we're at 58,239 subscribers. And I'm excited about that, folks, because again, we're going to be back to our first giveaway once we hit 60,000, where we're giving away a $2,000 live streaming bundle. That is a camera, a joystick, an ATEM Mini Extreme, and a PoE switch. The basics to get you up and running, and I think we may be able to throw in a monitor too. It all depends. The prices of this stuff changes, but at bare minimum, we do a PTZ, a joystick, the ATEM, and a PoE switch. So we get you up and running. Everything else, the cables, all this other stuff you got to do, but that's nothing compared to the stuff that we do. And a bunch of the cameras we got here, they help fund to give that stuff to y'all. So to get a part of that, link is down below, but the link is here and it is in the description. You only got to enter once. If you are a Patreon or YouTube member, your names are entered in this giveaway twice. So y'all don't have to do it already. I'm already adding y'all if you're a Patreon supporter or YouTube member. But anybody else, just go to that link. Hey, here's a hint. Send it to people at your church. And the more people at your church that are entered, you have a greater chance of winning. So hopefully that helps. This is my way of giving back. And hey, it's no point in just complaining about how we don't like stuff. I just decided to actually do something about it. Mr. Clarence, hey, no apologies needed, sir. Anthony, let's see. AJ and crew, I've been trying to update my ATEM Mini Extreme to the most recent version, but for some reason it is not accepting the update. I'm still able to use the last version. Any advice? Honestly, Anthony, the latest versions haven't really changed anything to the ATEM. It just changed the software and the drivers so that it can see new ones. I have the same thing. It's not anything major, and you are good to go. So like if I come over here and let's go to, so like right now, if I look at this right now, see, I'm on version 9.0.1. I need to go to 9.0.2, but again, it's not a big issue. If I come over here to connection, open up setup. And why is mine says it has no network connection? That's strange. Hold on. That is strange. I have a network connection. But anyway, if I come in here to save, it's not getting the IP. Wow. Anyway, as you can see, my ATEM is still, the software on the ATEM, the firmware and everything is still at 8.6.1. So again, not an issue. Just all the updates and stuff like that are mainly for the program here and the ATEM controller software. So you don't have to worry about it. So you're good to go. And I have no idea why my ATEM is not doing that. Okay, Monty was saying the RGB link, he has not used it yet. All right, cool. All right, back to Larry. He was saying, trying to control it, they have 1259 as the port number. Okay, just verify that the IP address and everything, and then we might have to follow back up and see what we can do to help you out. Otis, what is going on? Hey, you know, I try to have fun, man. I try to have fun. Jerry here. Good morning. Using the Allen Heave Z 24 and USB audio to a PC to stream through OBS and crowd mic to XLR input. How to send the crowd mic to only to the broadcast feed, aux out instead of USB. Well, it's going to be just like with any board. And I don't have a board like that anymore to actually show you. But I have the edit program for the X32 that I used to have here. I can show you with that from a high level. All right. So inside the board, just imagine this is the physical board as well too. So this is going to our main. So if we have our sliders or whatever, this is going to the main output. So let's say that this is your crowd mic. So we wouldn't want this to go into our main. So first, we would either have the volume turned all the way down, or in here, we also have the option of sending it to your main out. But most boards have the same option. But again, we'll just treat it as if you don't have it. I just bring that volume down for the main mix. But for mix number 1, which would be your aux out or whatever, they can be considered the same thing. I would bring the audio up for that. So as you can see, if I go back to the mains, it's not coming out. But for the mix, the live stream mix, it is. In a high level, that's all it is. If you have an analog board, it's the exact same thing. There's an aux knob that does the same thing. It's saying how much of this mic is going to aux 1, aux 2, aux 3, aux 4, whatever amount that you have. If you have a digital board, you're doing the same thing. The main thing is we want to turn that down, all the way down for your house, or turn it off so where it's not going to your main out at all. So that would be right there. So even if I have it up, it's not sending to the main, but then your aux or your sub mix, whatever you want to call it, they all mean the same thing. You can turn it up. So in this scenario, let's rename it here. So I'll just call it live stream, and let's change the color so it makes it easier. So that means here that this mic is going to the live stream, but in the main it's not. I hope that makes sense for you. And where is my question? There we go. Said my laugh was wicked. Hey, AJ, I'm installing a Persil PTZ using a Blackmagic SDI to HDMI 3G converter to an ATEM Pro, but can't get the video when connected to the HDMI port directly. It works. Yes, the SDI on the Persil, you need to change those other cameras. The SMT AV, the older one, does the same thing. The SDI does not support 1080p at 60 frames a second. It only supports 30. So HDMI will work at 1080p 60, but the SDI won't. If you go inside the camera, change the frame rate for the SDI out for the camera in general to 30, it will work. I had that same issue. Mike, wow, I so need that OBS bot tell Eric. It looks like check all the boxes. So far, I can't really talk that much about it, but yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Otis, commercials in mid-lap, man. Hey, we doing some props, man. We trying to change it up, Otis. I'm telling you, we trying to have some interviews and all this other stuff. You know, we might even do some what's that? The Jerry Springer show. We might have to pull out and have blood tests and surveys and stuff like that. It is shown that you are not an official media ministry member. Oh, you got people down. Anyway, oh, I'm sorry. You talking about the commercial? Yeah, YouTube changed. I thought you were talking about my commercial. My bad. YouTube has made that change. I don't even control the ads. Actually, if I was looking on the background, it probably would tell me when something's being sent, but I really don't look there, as much as I used to. Island Tech Solutions wants to know, what podcast service could church use? Start with YouTube because it's free. And then I have a video on that, and then use Anchor. Anchor is free. Anchor will send your stuff to all the other places. That is what I use for mine. And I got a whole bunch of stuff that I need to follow back up. Again, the beauty of we having a lot of stuff is we're able to help a lot of people, but fall behind on some stuff as well too. So like if I go back here to the back end of my Anchor, this is the media booth. This is where I upload mine, and it is currently available. We put it at these links right now, and that's from here. But then I also have some links. These are all the other places it is available, and it sets you up, and it doesn't cost you anything. That is Anchor, and I've been meaning to do an updated video. I did Wooshka back in the day. Wooshka got bought out by Anchor, and they closed, so all of their stuff is here. I need to do a video on that. I was working on it, but then something came up and kind of diverted that. But Anchor.fm is one you can do, which is owned by Spotify. So you'll automatically be on Spotify once you set that up. Mike, is there an embargo on there for? Yes, it is. That's why I can't talk about it. J Style, what's going on? And also, Mike, thank you for the update. When they were saying anybody else is having NDI issues, Mike has an update for you as well, too. Dana, do you have any experience with the GoStream video switcher? If so, what are your thoughts? No, I have not. Somebody asked me about that. I think that might have been you or somebody else, but no, I personally have not. A bunch of times when y'all send me this stuff and this new tech, I try and reach out to the company. And again, this isn't bragging. I'm just thankful. Now at this point, I try and tell them like, hey, we cater to ministries, and a bunch of people have talked about this. I'd love to, get a sample and test out and make a video because a bunch of ministries use your stuff. Few people have reached out, responded back to me. OBS Bot, I talked to them a long time ago, and they respond. So I'm thankful about that. PTZ Optics, pretty much all the cameras I've reached out to, they've responded. I've reached out to Blackmagic. I've reached out to Rode. But anyway, all the times y'all send me something and it's a company I haven't heard, I reach out to them to see. Hollyland, Field World, a bunch of those. But I will see if they can send me something and do a detailed video for a ministry standpoint. The ministry is Dr. Holmes. I connected a USB drive to my A10 Mini Pro, got the green light, but it would not record. Any suggestions? What drive? Because that green light shows that it's the right format, but it might not be fast enough. That's why we always recommend like these SanDisk ones I actually bought 2 more. One is on the go. I have one in my Tesla. I have one here as well too. They have been working rock solid, but the green light will show that it's formatted correctly, but it needs to be at a certain speed to maintain the recording. But let me know which model you have and we can go from there. Ryan from Barbados. Hey, good morning. Meeting over early, so I got to tune in. Awesome. Thank you for joining. And back to J-Style 3. It has been ongoing problem with our live stream. PTZ Optics and the 2 SMT AVs, color and white balance is so different. Now we regret not investing in all 3. Do you have a sample? And again, a lot of that stuff, you have to just dial it in. But I understand. Like at Antioch, I don't even think they use the front camera. I haven't seen them use the front camera in quite a while when I would log in and look at their stuff. But the back one is a PTZ Optics. The front was a SMT AV that I bought and donated there. And I got them as close as possible, but I understand. They do have the same chipset, so technically you should be able to get them to match, but it will take some work. Shane and Hannah, man, I'm 2 weeks away. Being over there in the UK with you. Otis wants to know what the difference in premium. Premium, you have no ads. I was telling my girlfriend that we were watching YouTube and stuff kept popping up. I was like, babe, I need to go ahead and get you on my YouTube joint because my daughter loves it because she doesn't get no ads or anything like that when she's using it, when she's linked up with me. You can get a family account and stuff like that. I think mine is like, I got like 3 months for free, And then after I did that, I was like, I don't need it. And I went back to the ads. I was like, no. So I've had YouTube Premium for about 3 years. Love it. Philip Paul. Hey, AJ, we mainly have one PC, excuse me, and 2 or 3 laptops running the setup. The PC is running remote desktop and ATEM software setup for Facebook. The first laptop is running Presenter. And the other laptop is running OBS, doing zooming scenes from the static camera. The third laptop usually will be doing a live stream to Facebook page and ATEM controller software, and at times may run OBS to overflow room and record at the same time. Any idea on to make it a bit easier for other people to control it? I was looking into the Stream Deck. Any thoughts? Well, the Stream Deck is not going to be able to control multiple systems like that. It's only going to simplify the controls for one system. Just in that full setup that you got. Again, I don't want to be rude, or I don't know your whole situation. If it was me, and this is kind of like how I had it at Antioch originally. When I first got there, they had a bunch of laptops that were donated that, quite honestly, they were hot trash. They weren't fast enough to do what was needed to be done. So ultimately what I ended up doing is I built a system, a computer to handle that, to offload a lot of that stuff just from what you got. And again, I don't know the situation, nothing like that. You just ask me. What I would do is I would just get a more powerful computer that could do all of that. Maybe keep one of them, keep Presenter by itself, but having a computer that's fast enough that can do the scenes, do all that other stuff in OBS and your live stream, that would be really worth it. And again, it's not like that would cost a lot. And again, I'm not trying to be insensitive when it comes, because I don't know the finances. I don't know none of that stuff. But like, for example, I've been meaning to build another PC when I get a chance. Let's just actually go to Newegg, and I'm just going to try and price out something brand new. All right. So, and I still need to build a new 5 series system. I have no reason to build one right now, but if I was building this out right now, I would go with, this is actually a system motherboard I've used recently. It gives you some more slots right there. I would go with this. Let's go with a 750 watt power supply. And after EVGA got messed up by NVIDIA, that's why I always use their stuff anyway. But, let me see. Don't do refurbish. We do brand new. Let's go with this one. And it's modular, so we don't have to have extra cables all over the place if we don't need it. Memory is dirt cheap too right now. Hold on. Hey, Mr. Charles, I was just talking to your wife. I'm actually on a live stream right now. Can I call you back? Alrighty. Later. Sandra, that was Charles. Let's get some memory on here. And like I said, memory is dirt cheap. So you can go up to 64 gigs and it's 100 that amount. But let's just do 32. That's still double what I would put on here. And you can get like 32 for up to almost like $55. Yeah, so this is actually the memory that I normally use on the system. So that's 32 gigs for like $53. That's a steal. We also need a hard drive. And again, this is for your setup. I do a 1 terabyte NVMe. That's about like $30. Yeah. So we got that. Now you have your, you need to have a GPU, or kind of like the Ori one that we have that gives you multiple displays. You could do that, or you can get a decent GPU. Doesn't have to be super expensive. I still use the 1660s, to be quite honest. That would give you more outputs as well too. But at 230, let's see if we can get a RTX 3060. See, that's almost about the same price. So I would go with this, and let's see how many outputs you got on here. So that's going to give you 4. So you got your monitor, and then you can send another one out on OBS if you wanted to. You can do that, or you can get a DeckLink. If you're doing everything in OBS, you can get yourself a DeckLink mini monitor, and in OBS, it will push the video out. So like if I open up OBS, and I know I'm shotgunning all over the place, let's add that GPU for right now. And so when you have OBS set up and you have that DeckLink in here, it's going to give you a DeckLink out, and you can use this to send the video out directly. And this card is $128. So you have a bunch of options there. But I'm going to stick with that right now. So you can get a less powerful GPU if you wanted to. And then with this setup, I get a Ryzen 7. And let's do it for 5,700. Let's see how much that's going for. Yeah, you can get that for like $188. And I still need a case as well too. We've been using the Focus 2. It's a very good case. For about like 60 blickups. You can get the one that's completely solid if you don't want all of that. So if I look at this, again, I don't know your budget, but at $820, this system would blow away all of that, and you'll be everything that your system is doing minus presenter just to make it easier. This system could do all of that, and you can get away with not running anything except for this, your ATEM, and presenter on that separate laptop. That's just me personally, what I would do. But again, I don't know your budget, but that would be something I work towards. I don't want to have multiple systems, and we want to streamline it so it's simple. That's why you see a lot of the installs I've been doing now is just a computer that's fast enough to live stream, but it's not live streaming. It's running presentation software in the ATEM. So the ATEM is handling everything. Then I let it do distribution through that, and the computer is just for a backup and running presentation software. But let me know. We've been trying to build a lot of the stuff as well. And he says you're streaming directly from the ATEM Mini Pro. So yeah, I would do that type of setup. And you don't have to go that fast. You can probably half the memory, go with a micro ATX and get it smaller. You can probably get it down to 500. But that will remove the need of all that other stuff as well, too. Reverend Leroy was saying, what does your foot pedal do? Well, it first gets rid of the comments. If I press the middle button, it brings up this. And I don't remember what the right one does. I don't want to hit it right now because I have no idea what it would do. I can't remember what it would do. It just makes it easier to me having to press the button right here because it's right there on my foot. Ruben, I believe. Hi, AJ. I have an issue with ProPresenter 7. When I click the audience button for present the software crashes. What can I do? Yeah, you're talking about ProPresenter. It's doing a whole bunch of stuff. When it crashes, does it tell you specifically? Like you can look at a log and it looks like gibberish, but at least it kind of points you in a direction because it might be it's a configuration issue. It might have just stepped on itself. What I would do, delete all of your screens inside of ProPresenter and point them to your monitors and see if you still get that. If you still have it, it might be driver issue related of how ProPresenter is trying to send to those screens. That's the first thing I would check. Delete all your screens and reconfigure them all and do it from there. If you have any other issues, let me know. Email me, and then we can see what we can do to get you straight. Mike, hey, can I connect my HDMI extender over Ethernet to a switch so I don't have to run more Ethernet? No, you cannot. That runs on a different protocol. So it is looking for like TCP/IP type of stuff when you connect it to a switch. Something completely different. Just like the links channel ones that I use to send audio, I can't connect that because it's using and sending something completely different that switch won't understand, and it might even cause more issues. So no, unfortunately, no, you cannot. Third Baptist Church of Chicago. Thank you for doing this live. Have you had any issues with the Blackmagic Television Studio HD with low volume out to the web presenter? Yes and no. By default, the ATEMs always drop their audio, and that's why sometimes you have to boost it. So like if we go here to the settings here, and all of the ATEMs do this, and where is it at? Where is that setting? I don't know why it's saying it can't connect. Anyway. So it's not there. Where is it at? There was a setting where it drops the audio. I don't recall where it is. Let me see. Remote sources. There was one where it defaultly drops the audio, and you always have to boost it. I don't recall where it is right now, but that's why I always bump this up here. I don't recall where it is. I remember seeing that. I'm not tripping. It used to always drop the audio by a level. I think it was for like protecting or something. And that's weird. It's giving me all these. Maybe I need to update mine because it's showing a whole bunch of stuff. I don't recall where it was, but no, it would drop the audio, and I had to crank. That's why I always crank mine up. You see mine is almost all the way up. I always do that. Ever since I've used the first ATEM television studio, I always did that. So I don't know if it's a defect, but all I know is I do the same thing. So, and while I'm doing that, I need to go here and actually get the latest version. And that's where I do with my talking back to the Synology ones. I duplicate all this stuff, and they actually do have, this was updated yesterday. See, the software update adds support for the new ATEM constellation. So again, if we come in here and look, it just mainly adds this general performance and stability, and that's the only thing it added. So I don't really need this, but I'm probably going to install it anyway. So I download all of these. And what I do in my Synology, I also have, I set up these network folders. So I have a software folder so that all of my computers on the network can get access to this. And I don't know why that folder is empty. It shouldn't be. But anyway, when that drops, I download it here. Then all my computers, my laptop, everything gets access to it. And then we're good to go. Yep, I agree. That's where my podcast goes. I send it to the podcast there, but the YouTube one doesn't go anywhere. It's just on YouTube, and it goes to youtube.com/podcast. But I do it to both. I do my podcast, the media booth, on YouTube that way, and then I upload the same copy to Anchor that goes to Amazon, Apple, Google, Spotify, and like 4 other ones at the same time. Okay, Genesis Production said the Ghost Stream switches are like $295. Like I said, I will try and reach out to them. Need to find the company who actually makes it. And we'll see what we can do. Again, that's why I'm real thankful for this. This is like really the whole dream of this, like I said, is to get to a point to where we can bring attention to different products from a standpoint of ministry. Y'all know, if y'all see any product, it's not about streaming video games and stuff like this. It's everything here that we talking about is from a ministry related standpoint. So I hope that helps y'all. And hopefully that gets me to get behind certain doors and different access to other people so that we can bring more stuff that most of us would never know about at all. Global quality design. Hi, how can I connect two computers? That is kind of a wide open question. Oh, you have a second part. One PC on projection showing the lower thirds on Facebook Live and full screen projection to the auditorium, and the other on OBS control. Well, there's a bunch of ways you could do that. You can do that all through NDI. Because again, one PC for projection and lower thirds on that. Yeah, that's kind of like how I have mine at Signs of Wonders. There was a computer running OBS, and we send the video to OBS. OBS adds all of this other stuff, adds the lower thirds, and you could, just like Philip Ball was talking about OBS, you could send the full screen projection to a TV projector, something like that. And the other on OBS control. What do you mean by OBS control? And then Cletus wants to know, what version of Pro Presenter do you use? Well, let's see what is on here right now. I'm going to open it up right now. I haven't opened it up in a minute. I think the last time I used it was during my media booth. See, it takes forever to open. All right, the version I got is 7.13.1. And I didn't even pay attention to be like, did it show my code? I think I turned off, to get around that, I turned off that it checks for updates. Fixing the issue where it's applying this. Yeah, I turned this off because it was causing so many issues. So I don't have the auto check turned on because it has given me some problems before. And honestly, I personally would recommend y'all do that or be a part of the Facebook group, folks. That way, that's the other benefit of the Facebook group. When somebody else in a different time zone gets access to something, they normally send out a warning saying, hey, avoid this. Mike has done this. Otis has done this on the group. Monty has done this. Again, the group is just not for just talking about media and just having a place to hang out. It's meant to be a knowledge base to lean on each other so that we can get past a lot of stuff. But I would say that because we'll put it out there. I've put it out there sometimes. Hey, avoid this update. There's a problem with this. But like back in the day when OBS first went to version 27, some stuff wasn't working. It was like, don't install it yet because it's not going to work. So benefits. Dr. Jim wants to know, do I have a PTZ camera? Why, yes, I do. I got this one right here. I also have number 4. I got the Famaco right there, which is auto tracking. Or did I turn it off? I think I turned it off. Yeah, I did turn the auto tracking off of this one. And then I also have the BZB gear back here. It's tracking my computer screen instead of me. So, come on, let's zoom in. There we go. Philip Paul, thank you so much. Yay. So So we got one right there, one over here, one back here, and then my overhead one is not set up right now because I was playing with it. So if we come back over here, and you see my messy desk, because I have not cleaned up everything yet. There's the other one right there. That's my overhead one that's on the table right there that I took down because I was moving my mount because it was blocking. That's my overhead one. So yes, we do. Got a bunch of toys that we play with. Thank you. Global Quality Designs. Connecting from Kenya. How can I connect? Okay, we answered this. My bad. Back to Philip Paul. So can the Stream Deck control computer from the buttons, or does it have to go through companion? The Stream Deck can only control one computer, the computer that it's connected to. It can't control multiple. Janelle, I need to make another slide for something I just remembered as well, too. Hold on one second. I'm going to get to this, but I want to bring this up before I forget. All right. Hey, AJ, I use one laptop with 2 screens with Easy Worship. Thank you so much for the subscribe. We are having an anniversary service, and I'm asked to have something different on the back screen for the platform team for one of the items. Okay. So that's going to be a stage display that you're going to be doing. How can I achieve this? So inside of Easy Worship, do I have that still installed? Yes, I do. I have version 7. So what you need to do when this opens up, we continue. All right, so inside of here, just like ProPresenter, any presentation software for the most part, you need to set up a different screen. So we're going to come over here into, and give me a little time because it's been a minute since I used this. So we're going to go to options. So we have your main output. We're going to pick our monitor for that. That's going to do our full screen. Then you also should have an alternate output, and you'll support that. You pick your monitor and what do you want it to be. So I think they actually call this a fold back one. So if we enable that, that would give me something completely different. Now, how I've used this, if it's black and white just for text, as a confidence monitor for the praise team, whoever's preaching, that's how you would turn it on. You need to have multiple outputs so that you can select the different monitors. So like I have 4 monitors on this system and NDI, but that wouldn't really work in this scenario. You would have to have both monitors in some way connected to this computer. You have one to be the back. So if I set this to 3, and y'all can't see it. Actually, yes, you can. All right, so which one is full screen? Hold on. I need to set my main out. Is that monitor 3? So I have this. I'm trying to get the one that y'all can see because this is my other monitor here. Fold back. Oh, I was having both at the same. Is that the reason why I wasn't showing? Oh, my other one is not showing. Give me 1 second. My apologies. Secondary screen. Let's use that one. All right, you're still not going to be able to use it, so I'm going to have to use this other screen so you can see it. So I have mine set up right now. So if we cut back to this camera, as you can see, this one right here, let me zoom back here. I don't like that. Let me switch to this other camera. Oh. All right, so what I have set up right now, wrong camera. So the TV I have right here, this would simulate what is going to the congregation. Stop moving. That would be for like the congregation. And then this other one would be the stage display, the one that would be in the back. Both of them are connected. I have an Easy Worship to say that's how those are working. So hopefully that works. And I have no idea why that camera is drifting all over the place. That's weird. But hopefully that helps. Yeah, it's just a setting that you have to go inside of options and easy worshiping. You have to pick which one is a fold back. That's the one that's going to be in the back, and then the one that's going to show in the front. If they need to show completely different things, like mine was just doing a different format. It was full screen that shows graphics for like the congregation, but then the other screen was just black and white. It looked the same because I didn't pick a picture in the background, but that was it. Let's see. Where do we leave off at? Back to global quality. They were saying that one PC is operating OBS, and the other one is, yeah, it will work the same way. What presentation software are you using? Third Baptist Church of Chicago. What program do you use to add the questions? This is vMix Social that is doing this. I'm the stream that you were watching right now. vMix is doing that on my streaming PC, and I have no idea why this camera is like ghosting on me. So you want to know, that is the pedal that I'm pressing, Reverend Leroy, to turn that off. But over here is my streaming PC right there. That is the Focus 2 case that I was just showing you. And that is what's doing my stream right there. The screen right there, that is vMix Social who's doing this. Now, these pop-ups that you're seeing, that is from Streamlabs. I still have that up, and it's just a web page that does that, that triggers that. So vMix, as you see, that's running the stream that you're seeing right now, and then that is bringing up this. So if I bring up your comment again, so if I come over here, actually, I'll just show it this way. So I come in here, vMix Social is bringing me this web page. I come up here, pick your comment or anybody's comment, do a send. It's sending to vMix to bring up the image, that graphic here. So when I do send, it does that. That's how we see it. And then I hide it by using a pedal that just undoes what I just did. So hopefully that helps. And again, I've done this at church, and it makes it really engaging that you could do as well too. Streets of Destiny, what's going on? Streets of Destiny, I can let you know right now, we're going to be in Phoenix, Arizona in March. Maybe the last week of March 2024. Going to be out there visiting and stuff like that. Phyllis, hello. Otis was saying, we run Easy Worship 7 for iMac and Alton Screen and vMix for lower third scriptures. We also ingest video from vMix. Yeah, so a bunch of y'all, like we said, this is the beauty of the group, folks. I'm not trying to just say, ooh, AJ. No. It's the group. Because just here, you heard somebody do the exact same thing, but they're just doing it with OBS. We can all glean from each other's knowledge. That's the whole point of bringing all of us together. Ricardo, thank you for all your help and for your humility. Hey, well, I appreciate it. I'm glad to be of help. Anthony was saying he also uses Easy Worship 7 for all his church services. Cool. Parker, if it can, that's unique. Because, I mean, I have two. I'm using two Stream Decks right now as well, too. So I have the large one. This one is going for this system right here. This one is going for my streaming system over there. That way I don't have to reach over. So, like, if I do this, that's what's bringing up the lower thirds over there. Or the same way, if I want to bring up my email, I have this one set for this. If it could control both, I need to look into that because I didn't know it could. That's why I'm using two. Plus, I needed more buttons anyway. Hey, you're welcome. Back to Jerry. SanDisk Extreme Pro, Extreme Portable, Extreme Pro, and the W. I don't think the Western Digital Passport is fast enough. All those other ones, the SanDisk will work because I've used all of those. What I'm using now is the 2 terabyte Pro. Yeah, the 2 terabyte Pro, and I was using the regular Extreme. No, excuse me. Let me take that back. The Extreme Portable. I don't think that one works. I don't think it's fast enough. So let's just look that up. SanDisk. And also, worst case scenario, on Blackmagic's site, it shows which drives that they've tested works with this. So that's the one that I have. This is the one and they dropped the price. This is the one that I started out with for a long time. And there's another one that's even smaller. I don't think that one works. SanDisk SSD. So I started getting this one just because it was a different color. Because the main thing was we're looking for the speed at 1,050 megabits per second. Anything significant, yeah, here it is. This is the smaller one. This one will not work because it's not fast enough. We're looking for the speed. But again, like I said, if anybody asks, if we go to Blackmagic Design and we go to support, we go to the ATEM, and we go over here. We scroll on down. Keep scrolling. Where is it at? Did they update it? It used to be a link in here to show you what drives are compatible and which ones are not. At least the ones that they've tested. Oh, it's right there. So again, these are all the ones they have tested and verified, and then those are the SanDisks. Again, I've used the 2 terabyte. That's what all my videos have been working. You're fine. I have the T5. That's what's in this camera. That's what I was using originally. And actually, I stand corrected. They have it on here, so I guess the Passport works. I guess the one I had didn't work. Maybe mine was yeah. Anyway, this is my go-to right here. And again, all of the ones I've used are right here. That's what I'm currently using right now. So if you ever have any questions, they have them on there. And any other drive, you have to test at your own risk. There's no guarantee that it will work or not. Philip Paul, okay. Have you come through any other device or software that can control a few PCs or laptops with one device with one button? No, not directly. Now, I do use mouse without borders. That's how I'm controlling my mouse. I only have one keyboard and mouse here, and I can control all my computers. That is a free software platform. So, like, I can roll over here. That's what you see. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. If I cut back over here. So, I don't know if you're going to be able to see my mouse. I don't have it on my Mac, but if I roll over here and I move my mouse over here, see, now that's why I can adjust all this other stuff from that keyboard. That is mouse without borders. That is a download that will work with that. That's what I install with all my computers. So if I'm one person with multiple computers, as long as the screen is there, I can use that. But I don't know of a device that would just do that. Leroy, what brand of overhead mount is that? That is, hold on. I remembered you answered that question and I couldn't find the box. I did get it on Amazon. It is the Archon mounts. Oh. Yeah. It actually has a mount for an iPad, a tablet, a phone, and a regular mount that was on there. I can't find the phone one, but I think it was like when I got it. Let me actually see. Oh, and while I'm doing that, this is what I forgot. just want to remind y'all, folks, you can go to AJaytheCEO.com and go to /volunteer. And if you ever want to come work with me when I'm doing an install, if I'm in your area, if you put your information in here, I'm not going to sell your information. No one has access to it except for me and D. And this is where, when we start getting some more stuff formalized, I'm going to let y'all know. You'll get an email or maybe even a text message, probably an email for right now. We'll send that out and let you know that, hey, I'm in the area. If you want to come by, help out and assist, or just hang out and see what I'm doing, hey, I want to let that know. We're working to put all the rest of the stuff in place, but you can go here to AJaytheCEO.com/volunteer, put your information in here. And when I'm in the area, I'll let you know. And then hopefully we can catch up. If you work with me, again, this is just volunteer stuff. I'm not going to have you climbing in attics or nothing like that. Nothing that will require insurance or nothing like that. But if you just want to see what I'm doing, hang out, maybe learn something while I'm there, and offer a helping hand while I'm doing stuff, that is what that is. And I need to make a graphic so I can put that up. But that's what we are working on as well. And I meant to look up Amazon. Archon table mount. I need to update my my tool links and everything like that as well too. It doesn't look like they have the full set. They have all these one-offs, because these, I mean, it's made by them, but it's not the full mount. Let me go directly to their video creation. Oh, it's right there. That's the one. Yep, and that's when I bought it. So that's it. I will put a link to that as well. Really, really stable as well too. Now, I'll be honest. When I'm being lazy and I'm like FaceTiming and I was talking to like my daughter and stuff like that, and I'm laying in the bed, I actually hooked this up to my bed and hooked my phone up, so I ain't got to hold the phone like that. So really cool. I will put a link there as well. Actually, I need to get another one of these. I can't do this here at this house, but there is, I want to, and I did this, John, you've used these as well too, those folding arms. That's what I really want to put in place. So in my studio downstairs, I can pull the arm down that's mounted from the wall, and then I will have my overhead. So this is up out of the way. I can't do that here. But that's what I want to do. So give me a second. Table, camera, mount. Again, let y'all know, all of these links are affiliate links. It doesn't cost you anything. This is where they give me a little kickback for doing the advertising for them. All of my links are like that, so I just like to tell y'all that as well. And I'm having a slight headache, which means I probably need to eat something here in a second. What Bible software do I use? I use Worship Tools Presenter for brand new installs at Signs and Wonders. It is Pro Presenter 7. At Antioch, they're still on Pro Presenter 6. And then a bunch of folks on here like Otis and Anthony and them are saying they use Easy Worship 7. You want to get started? Go with go with Presenter by Worship Tools, worshiptools.com. Used to be Worship Extreme, but that's who do that now. That is free. Their entry level is free. There's also Open LP. There's a bunch of versions, but I personally always start everybody off who's never used anything at all with Presenter, because it will get you started, and then when you have reached your limits, at least it gives you an idea of what to move to next. Ricardo, can I control the AVCam's PTZ camera from Wirecast and OBS software? With OBS software, yes, you can, because PTZ Optics actually has an open source controller that you can put inside of OBS to control cameras, and the AVCams does have Visca over IP control, so it will work. Wirecast, I'm not 100% sure. If Monty's still on, he uses Wirecast way more than me. I don't know if Wirecast has a built-in function to control PTZ cameras. All right, I already added this, but I'll answer it again. The Elgato foot pedal that I'm using is actually connected to this. So the foot pedal acts just like my Stream Deck. So I have the Stream Deck. I mean, they both do the same control. So I have a button here. Well, actually, let me cut over to this camera. So I have a button here that will hide my comments right there. And I'm going to bring it back up again. Or I have the foot pedal that will do the same thing. And mine ignore my ashy feet. So I use this side pedal right here, and it does the same thing. It just makes it easier. That's all. Or like the same way I press the middle, and that brings up the like, subscribe, share. And that is all connected to my streaming system. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, I had to check that out. I used to use the Stream Deck app, the mobile one. I used to do that when I have it on my phone, when I was playing and there was nobody in the media, and I can always control that. I need to look at that. But let's finally trying to set up the Rodecaster Pro I've had for a year sitting in a box. Why can't I hear anything from my computer? You have to set your audio to be that. After you have everything installed, that's the same way I have it right now. That's why y'all are hearing audio right now. And I normally don't do this because I would get an echo. So here at the bottom, oh, I forgot. Where's my, I forgot to keep turning this on, this mouse highlighter program. And let's do the size at 50. All right. I forgot that I have this when I'm doing stuff on here. So when I come over here right now, I have to come in here and pick the Rodecaster. That's when I would hear audio through the USB. That's what you have to do. I typically have mine off when I do this, but when I'm doing recording, I switch it to that. So once you have all the Rodecaster software installed on your computer, it'll show up as an audio interface, and you have to select it as your headphones, and then that's how you can hear it. Oh, Parker was saying for that, I have to pay the lifetime price. I didn't even know there was a lifetime one. Let's see. Let's check that out. I might as well get it. Stream Deck Mobile. And what's the pricing on that? Stream Deck Mobile lifetime. Doesn't say one Stream Deck Mobile subscription. That's the device limit. Oh, there it is. Lifetime is $49. That's not bad. I might have to do that. Actually might do that. Thank you for that. I'll probably play around that and see. Up. Cool. I just saw that. Got a smile on my face. Hello from DC. Let's see. Yeah, I love that. I used to use KVMs. I used to use, it was, there was one that I bought a lifetime license for, and then the company doesn't work anymore. Isn't there anymore. So what's the point of that one? It started with an S, and I used to have that did the same thing. Up. She was saying you didn't have the volume turned up. Hey, it's happened to the best of us. Hi. I know I'm going to get in trouble. MA16V3. A good way to math it out, the quality and ATEM records its ISO is around 70 megabits each. So you need to have a drive that can do 70 times 9. Actually, it's way more than that. Also, you need to do the super source is another output, and the media players are other outputs as well too, as well as the audio for each one as well too. So yeah, But thank you for that. That's how that works. And again, he was saying anything that's faster than 680 megabytes sustained is safe. I think that's the issue. Some of these drives say that they support that speed, but it's almost kind of like that's a theoretical. They've hit as fast as that, but they haven't maintained that speed the entire time. That's probably what some of these issues are. Back to Anthony. Does the A10 Mini Pro have the Super Source feature? No, sir. That is only for the Mini Extreme. Ray L. Hello from Las Vegas. I was actually in Las Vegas earlier this year. Let's see. I love the fact that y'all are helping each other. That is the beauty of this. Really, really appreciate this stuff. And where is my pop-up? Oh, there it goes. If I use the 3.5 from the computer jack out to the ATEM mic in, what setting should I use? Line. Always line. Brian Jones. Greetings all, reaching out from No Power, Michigan. I was like, No Power? That's a city? Solar. Telling you, Brian, go ahead, man. Go ahead and get that solar, get some power, some Tesla power walls. AJ, what app plugin are you using for the mouse cursor? That is also Mouse Highlight by catnip5.com. It was a part of that whole Microsoft bundle stuff. See, MA, it used to, because that's how I used to do all of mine. There was an update that stopped it for whatever reason, because when I do the recording in the ISO, it will black that out, but it used to record. It was ATEM software version 8 where it used to do that. Back to Creator for Fun. How would I connect this Rodecaster to the A10 Mini Pro? How I did it on the back of your Rodecaster, and just like on mine, there is, let me actually go here. I have dual 1/4 inch outs on my monitor going to a 3.5 millimeter. That is what I'm using. And for those who don't understand that, let's go to my interfaces. And they're actually the same. I had a Rodecaster 1. I'm on a Rodecaster 2 right now. So if we come here, let's go to the back. So right here on the back, can we crank it up? All right, so in the back, I'm using the dual 1/4 inches out to the left and right, and then that goes to a 3.5. So what I'm using is a dual to 3.5 millimeter. And this is the exact cable that I'm actually using. So that would plug in, and then each band corresponds to a channel. So that's just left, that's right, or one channel. You see the 2 bars right there, that means that's for left and right. If you see a third, the third is for a microphone, if you notice on your headphones that go into your phone. But anyway, I plugged that into the back, and then I have this plugged into my ATEM, and that's exactly the setup that I have right there. And actually, if you still have the cable that's connected in the back that we put to your X32 for your phone, that's the same cable that you could use. But we'll send a link to that as well for you. And dual to 3.5 millimeter cable. Alrighty. Just want to let y'all know again, I really appreciate all of y'all. Brian, yeah, actually, I never was involved with it because I didn't have an iPhone until recently. Should I get in trouble? Should I get in trouble? I'm gonna do it for half a second. So, nah, I ain't gonna get in trouble. I don't want to get in too much trouble. I will be picking you up shortly from the airport. Let's see. I have to look into that. If it's the lifetime one, I wonder if it's the lifetime is just for the account or is it overall for all of them? Let me see. And we're talking about the stream deck mobile. So it's right there. Let's go ahead and get that. Let that install and we'll see. I had it on my Android. Let's see. Y'all funny. I was thinking about Josh too. I haven't seen him in a minute. You gotta holler at him. I know he's probably busy with some school stuff. Want to make sure everybody's good to go and things as well with him. Clint, let's see. Hey AJ, hope you are well. Regards from the Gold Coast of Australia. It's a dream location. I think I'm gonna set a goal to do a lot more traveling. Like I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm trying to change my content a little bit more and be, for lack of better words, more entertaining, not just educational and stuff like that. I want to put a little flair of my comedy and stuff like that, at least for me. And I know a bunch of people said, AJ, your jokes are not funny. The jokes are not meant for y'all. They're meant for me, meant for me to laugh. But what I want to do is just tell you some of the stuff I want to do. I want to just randomly, and I don't think, where is Pastor Daniel on here? I'm going to show up at his church one day. I ain't going to even tell him. I'm just going to show up and just cut up there. I want to actually, like I said, I want to start setting up some stuff to where I want to take a tour of, if y'all have done some great work at your media ministry and stuff like that, not just for me to do it on site, but hey, I'd love to interview y'all because again, I do the on sites, I do the designs and everything like that to show what can be done. And I want to highlight what are y'all doing. You know, not to brag about whatever, but I want to bring to the attention what ministries are doing, and it encourages other people to show what is possible as well too. So I still got an hour and a half to go. So I think that's about it. Let me go ahead and fire away some of this other stuff here. So I have not updated this as of Monday because again, I was gone out of town this entire week. Actually, before I do that, let me show you all the awesomeness that comes in with editing this video that we have. I'm gonna try and have this knocked out by Monday, if not sooner. But let me close some of this stuff I don't need open. Oh, and I think somebody said something to me. I am in the process of migrating away from LastPass. I just had so much stuff I'm trying to move over as well too. So we try and get our stuff straight. Let me actually show you this. Let's do a teaching thing right here. I'm gonna do a video on this, but I want to show you my new intro that I'm working on. Is have you ever seen the audio audio waves where somebody's talking and you hear video? You see this analog video bars moving. That is what this is. This was going to be my intro, and this is the rough version of it. So if I play this real quick, and actually let me unmute my audio. And is it dimmed? Yes, it is. So the idea, these bars change with the music. And I do have a license for that song. But the idea was I was going to make a new intro that just has the bars with the music showing and stuff like that. Again, switching it up. It's not about just staying complacent and always doing the same old stuff. But anyway, that's what I'm working on. If I go to the install video, again, we're at right here. That's at 24 minutes. And this is still just not even anything significant yet. So like I said, I just set the camera up, and a bunch of the dead spots that are not doing anything, we're going to go over that. And again, just trying to change up some stuff here. So there's the drone footage there. Can we go full screen? Here, and let's do a recap on what we're actually going to do here. We have two cameras. We have a total of about 6 TVs that we're going to be doing. We're going to be adding a unified network to their unified access point, give us more control, redo the networking, run to those. So again, trying to spruce it up a little bit, trying to do a little something, but anyway, that's what we got going on. We're changing up some stuff. I want to highlight y'all some more, bring to the spotlight some of y'all stuff, have some interviews with people, talk down where I'm asking them questions and vice versa. Again, I always tell y'all with social media and everything like that, you have your own international broadcast network. You don't have to just do services. You don't have to just do Bible study. You can do anything that you want on your content that shows your relevance from your ministry. You know, highlight the kids that you got in your church. If they got some people, you've got sporting events that people aren't able to get to with your kids in school. It is nothing the matter with doing a bunch of that stuff. Awesome. I just had a couple of people send some forms and everything like that. Somebody submitted an error. So Trevor, Mike, thank y'all so much for adding yourselves on there to the group. We'll be contacting y'all. But what I meant to do is, because I was busy, if you've done anything since Saturday, you're not in this list, but we will update it. I want to give a big shout out and thank you to my Patreon supporters, as well as my YouTube members. If you like what we're doing here, folks, again, this is what I do. I don't have another job outside of this. This is what I do since 2016, and just focus on training. And then God opened up doors to where we have other installs, and I'm just thankful that what we do. But these folks have contributed to what I do on a monthly basis. If you like what we're doing here and you believe in the same mission that we're doing, you can become a Patreon member, or you can become a YouTube member. Patreon gets started as low as $1 a month, and I forgot what it is on YouTube, but we try and do other stuff to where we give you access to our roundtables. If you're not able to join, get your discounts. You're automatically, no matter what tier you're in, you're added to my giveaways 2 times. So you have 2 times the chances of getting it. And we're just doing other stuff here as I bring more people on the team so I can offload some stuff that I do. I have ideas of bringing on some more stuff. And for all of y'all, Otis, Anthony, Phyllis, Mike, I'm saying it now. E-Missionary Conference is going to be live streamed and will be in person here in Richmond, Virginia next year. Details are coming soon. I'm working on that. We're going to bring this back, and this is going to be an annual conference where we're training media ministries. You can bring your people there, but we will have an online component if you're not able to come here and travel here, with the idea that this is going to grow and go to multiple time zones in the United States, then start spanning out to different countries. Canada is probably going to be the easiest one. Go to Caribbean as well, too, and then start stretching out, because we go to London, we're going to also be over there investigating some stuff too. So just really excited about all the doors that God is opening, and being real honest, I'm scared, to be quite honest. The stuff that I feel that I need to move into next, it is scary because there is no one I can reference that has done this before. So if you know a word about prayer, pray for me. But I'm just excited about that. Just like I try and encourage y'all to push the limits, I'm not just saying that, I'm pushing myself to my limits as well too, because there's so much more that we need to do. And I'm just really excited, just like even with New Life Lutheran, young guy Austin, who is a new subscriber, talked with him yesterday. He is really excited about what these opportunities, and he was very excited about looking at everything that we're installing, saying he's excited about running everything. That's what it's all about. Succession planning, putting people involved to show that the skills that we use in church, what y'all are learning right now, what y'all have been doing, those can work out in the world. They can be very beneficial to you, but then also to show that these skills can take you other places as well. And just want to show you the opportunities of that. And I'm just really excited about what we can do, but I can't encourage y'all to push the limits if I'm not willing to do it myself. So again, nervous, but we're stepping out nervously moving forward. And that's what it's all about. But thank y'all so much for everything, folks. If no one's ever told you, thank you for everything that you're doing. Something would be missing if you were not doing what you're doing. And I'm just thankful that you heard the call and you're doing what you're doing. You might think that what you're doing is small and insignificant. No, the very small thing that you're doing is needed. Don't ever think that you're not important. What you're doing is not meant in the grand scheme of things. Because if you weren't there, it would be missing, and we need it. I'm not a part of your ministry, but guess what? When you help reach more people, guess what? We win. That's what it's all about. So I hope the little bit that I do helps encourage you to keep moving, answers your questions, gives you encouragement. And we're here. We're building a network, folks, so where we can lean on each other. We don't care about the denomination. We haven't done it in a while. We don't care about if you're sprinkle, dip, or dunk. It's not about that. It's about us working together to share the message of Jesus Christ throughout the entire world. And I'm just thankful to be here to be a part of it with y'all. Y'all have a great day, evening, afternoon, wherever you is. And we'll be seeing y'all on the next video, folks. Later.